In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to transfer beautiful Aso Oke fabric into a stylish cargo pant. If you've been looking for a creative way to use your Aso Oke beyond traditional outfits, then this video is for you. You'll be learning how to make a cargo pocket, a band, and also how to align your Aso Oke to create a pant, and how many bundles of Aso Oke you'll be needing. Hi my love, welcome back to my channel. This is Styledbymma. If you are new here, you're welcome. And if you're yet to subscribe, do it to subscribe and join the family. Welcome back, guys. So we'll be using this old pattern of mine to create this Aso Oke pant, but I'll put you all through on the process. So I'm going to go ahead from the top part. So we take 2 inches, which is the band, and from that end we measure the hip area, the crotch area, and also the new area. So I'm going to be labeling so you don't get confused. So this is the crotch area, and the other length that we have is the new area, and I'm going to go down to the ankle. But for my client's ankle, it's 44 that we're going to be using, but we're going to just use whatever we have here, which is 35.5, and minus it from the 44 to get 6.5. So the remaining that we're going to be adding is 6.5. Okay, so this is the lines that you need. I'm going to also put you through. So we divide her hip measurement by 4, and I added extra 1 inch for ease. So this is literally my client's measurement. So we added 1 inch for ease, and I went straight down like so, and minus ½ inch from this area to curve like so. But also went ahead to go in to extend this by 2.5. So the crotch extension is 2.5. So I just curve like so. So go ahead to impute your own measurements to your draft paper, and I went in by ½ inch like so, and I connect like so. So this is basically all for the front pattern, and the only thing I did again was I went from the ankle, I went down by 1 inch, and I connect, okay, to meet the crotch line. Okay, so this is me trying to take the measurement of how many Aso Oke that I'll be needing to create this pant. So I'll be needing like 3 lines of Aso Oke. Next, you're going to take the total length of your pants. You know, we take the 2 inches band, so I'm going to go ahead to take the total length of my Aso Oke pant. So this is me counting the length, and also I'm going to be adding, so what the length of this pant is meant to be 44 minus the 2 inches from the Aso Oke pant, and I'm going to add extra 2 inches to fold it in. So I'll be having 44. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead to mark 45 because of any excesses of this. So I'll be cutting 45 in 6 places for the front part. Okay, so this is me aligning this. So we're going to be cutting 6 pieces of this, so go ahead to cut 6 pieces. Okay, so this is the way I'm going to be aligning this Aso Oke. So it's left for you to align yours in any way you want or any form you want, and I went ahead to place my pattern on this, and it fits properly on the Aso Oke. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll also go ahead to align to show you guys how you can sew this Aso Oke down to your pant. So this is the way you are going to sew. You're going to sew aligning them on top of each other like so, and stitching close to the tip of the Aso Oke. Like I said, you're going to align it like so, and sew straight close to the tip of the Aso Oke. Okay, so we're going to go ahead to do this for we're going to sew 3 and also sew 3 for the other leg. So this is also sewing for 2 pieces. Okay, so I've gone ahead to stitch these 3 like so. As you can see, I sewed close to the tip of the Aso Oke. I've gone ahead to align my pattern to the fabric, and this is me taking the measurement I have at the end part to place on the ankle line of my fabric. So at this point, go ahead to, if yours was complete, just cut direct, but if not, place whatever measurement you have there. And mind you, I said I minus 1 inch from the measurement here in order to create this curve. I'm going to also go ahead to connect first before cutting this out. So this is me going ahead to cut for the back pattern, and this is what I did was just to add extra 3 inches from the other measurements that we had for the front. So I'm just going to go ahead to cut 6 pieces of this Aso Oke print for the back. So this is me going ahead to place the front to the back, and the 3 inches that I added to the fabric was for the extension on the top part of the back, because the back is longer than the front. So I'm going to mark, and I'll just connect the line straight like you see me doing. And I'm also going to go ahead to place it back to the ends like this. So just curve like so. Okay, so this is why I said you should cut more than, because you see the pattern that I cut is not even enough. Sometimes Aso Oke can be very tricky, so you have to cut. If your measurement is 40, try to cut like 42 or 41. Okay, so this is me also going ahead to mark 2 inches, and from the crotch extension I mark 2.5 from that end, and I'm just going to go ahead to connect like so. So I went in with 2 inches, and on my crotch extension I mark in 2.5, and I also go ahead to connect 2 inches from this end, and I'll just go ahead to connect it straight. So I'll be marking 2 inches downward like so till I get to the ankle line, and I'll also connect straight down, and that will be all for the back pattern. So this is quite easy. 2 inches on top and 2 inches round, and on the crotch extension 2.5. Just go ahead to do so and cut. Once you're done, the next thing you're going to do is to go and weave all this, because this fabric has the tendency to be losing. So just go ahead to weave. But before I do that, I'm also going to take the front and the back to align by the side. I'm just going to take the front and align by the side, because we'll be sewing straight down. To create our cargo pants, we're going to sew the side first. So just go ahead to pin your side together. So I'll just do that on both the 2 legs. Next up, I'll be creating my pocket, and for my pocket length I have 11 by 8 inches. So I've gone ahead to mark 6.5, and I'm just going to go ahead to create a notch like this. I'm just going to curve like this. It all depends on how you want to design your pocket. So this is just what I did for my pocket. I'm going to also go in by 1/2 inch like so, and I'll do it on both the 2 sides. I've not joined the leg yet. I just pinned it down. Okay, so when I get to my sewing machine, I will do both the fixing of the pocket and also joining the leg together. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead to mark that 1/2 inch on both the 2 sides. Okay, and once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead to place my pocket on that. So in placing your pocket, go ahead to place the right side facing each other and pin down. So you'll be sewing straight down from the line that you gave. Like me, I gave 1/2 inch. So I'll be sewing away from that 1/2 inch. And also do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to also place it at that 1/2 inch, making sure that the right side are facing each other. And I'll sew, and after I'm done sewing, I'm also going to go ahead to top stitch and sew around the pockets. Okay, so go ahead and do the same if you're following along and not just watching. So I'll also do the same for this other pocket, and I'll show you guys what we have. So I've gone ahead to attach the pocket, as you can see, and also close the 1/2 inch that we gave. And as you can see, I've also gone ahead to top stitch this, like I said. And the next thing I'm going to do now is, I also have the pin down there, so I've gone ahead to top stitch. So I'm going to sew from my pocket line. I will sew like so and round like so, just following the shape of the pocket. I'm going to stitch and also sew straight down. So this is what I have after I was done stitching. Okay, I'm also going to go ahead to give this a good press, and meanwhile I've went ahead to fix my cargo pocket off camera, but I'm going to put you all through. I didn't know that I was not recording this, but what I did first was just to give this a good press, so we have the lines open from this end. And I've also gone ahead to weave the sides like so before attaching this pocket, but I'm going to show you how you can attach this to your cargo pants. It's quite easy. So for my pocket, I'll be going in with 11 by 12, and for the width of this cargo, we have it by 6, and when you multiply it by 2 is 12. I'm going to also go ahead to mark 11 in 4 places for the pocket, and I also mark 12, length 12 for the pocket cover. So I'm just going to go ahead to cut 4 pieces for the cargo pocket and 2 pieces for the pocket cover. So I'm just going to go ahead to cut this and also take you all through to the next step. So these are for the 4 piece. I'm just going to go ahead to place one on top of each other like we did on our pants, and I'm going to sew straight down, following close to the tip of the pants. And I'm also going to go ahead to cut the tube for the pocket cover, and I said I cut 12 inches by length. So this is what I have. I'm going to go ahead to sew following from the tip of the pant, and also fold this like so, and further fold again to stitch after I'm done. So as you can see, what I have here is 11. I cut 11, okay, and this other one I have 10 because I cut 12 inches. So I folded with 1 inch from this end and further fold again with 1 inch from the tip, but for the other side I folded half inch on both sides. So this is how I went ahead and give this a good press. Place this on the middle point of my pant side and sew straight. So the length that I went was 13 inches and I used this cover to cover that part up. Okay, so this is what I have. I sewed half inch on both sides on this end and cut from the tip area. So like I said, we have 13 from this end. I'm going to go ahead to open this up after I'm done stitching. I'm just going to go ahead to open this up like so, and once I'm done opening this, I'm going to go ahead to place this. Like I said, I lost the video of how I connect this. So once I place it like so, I folded with half an inch, and what I'm going to do is just to sew straight down. And once I'm done sewing straight down, I'm going to also go ahead to notch. I'm going to sew straight down like so, and I'm also going to go ahead to top stitch at the tip. So once I'm done, I've also gone ahead to stitch on the crotch area like so, and I'm just going to go ahead to open my pants like so in order to join the 2 legs together. So at this point, go ahead to do the same if you're following along. In making of this pant, you'll be needing about 1.5 bundles of Aso Oke to create this, and there will still be remaining. But if you have a plus size, I think 1.5 bundle will be enough, or 2 bundles, depending on the design that you're making. So go ahead to sew straight down, as you can see me demonstrating, and go ahead to open it up once you're done. So this is what we have so far. I've gone ahead to weave the upper part and also the down part of the pants. So the next thing we're going to do is to attach our band to the waist. So for the band, measure around your waist and cut the length that you needed. So what I cut was just 2.5, and I attached another fabric to that, which is of the same measurement and top stitch. So what we have is 2 1/4. I'm going to go ahead to fix this to following the middle point from the back. So I'm just going to attach from the back straight down. So just watch and see how I attach this. I'm going to pin down, and when I get to the front part, I'm just going to go ahead to mark in from that front part. When I get to the front, I'm going to use chalk to mark the length, okay, where the tip of the front starts. And I also do the same for the other side. I'm going to place it to the joining of the front, so I know how to cut when attaching. So I'm just going to go ahead to cut 1/2 inch that I'll be using to join these two together like so. And once I'm done doing so, I'm going to go ahead to open up this fabric like so. So go ahead to watch close. I'm just going to go ahead to open it like so. And once I open it like so, I'm going to pin this down and go ahead to pin down if you're following along. And the next thing that you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead to sew with 1/2 inch and give a space where we're going to be fixing our loop. So this is me creating that space. I'm going to mark half on both sides like so. Sew here and create a space where we're going to be fixing our loop. So I'll just go ahead to also sew round once I'm done doing so, okay? And also create half space where we're going to be fixing our elastic as well. I hope this is not confusing. If not, go ahead to rewatch this part. So I've gone ahead to sew this, and as you can see, I created a space where I'm going to be fixing my loop and top stitch that end, and I've gone ahead to sew round. So this opening is where I'm going to be passing my elastic. For my client's waist, her waist is 40, but I'm going to be making this elastic 37. I minus 3 inches from her actual waist, and I'm going to go ahead to cut the elastic and fix the elastic through the space that we gave. And once I got to the end, I'm going to top stitch that elastic and further close that part. So go ahead to top stitch this and push the elastic inward and stitch, and also go ahead to weave the rough edge. Next, I'm going to go ahead to mark 1/2 inch away from where I have an opening from the front. I'm going to mark straight down because I'll be sewing straight down from that end. And also go ahead to mark from the other side. I'll be sewing straight down. But once you're sewing, you also go ahead to be dragging while sewing. So as you can see, we're just dragging it while we're sewing. We're almost at the end of this video. And if this video was helpful, please do well to share this video to someone that you think will find this video interesting. And if you're new here, do well to subscribe and join the family. And this is what we have. See how beautiful this look. I've gone ahead to fix a rope there. And the next thing I'm going to do is just to hem the down part of this pants, and that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and do let me know which other tutorial you want me to make. And if you want to purchase this, do it, send us a DM and we're going to create one for you. Bye guys.